Hey, everybody, this is Sherry Yvonne, and this is another edition of the Souls Right House Empowerment Center, where we are authors saving souls with books. And as you all know, we always like to get started, and we're going to be right back, and we're going to come back with our special guest, Octavia Yvonne Webb, with her beautiful book called Mixed Bloodlines. How many of y'all around here mixed?
For suddenly shall rise in my life. God is everything to me. Oh yes, when I buried my kids, it devastated me. I was lost, I went astray, I was mad at God, but He saved me, came and got me. He never left, I left Him.
Hey, everybody, this is Sherry Yvonne, and you are joining me now with our wonderful special guest, Miss Yvonne Webb. How are you, girl? I call you Yvonne, but I know it's Octavia Yvonne Webb. But welcome to the show, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking time out to share with our audience your new book. And I'm super excited to share it. I'm getting ready to bring it up, and if you'll go ahead and explain and tell everybody who you are and where you're from, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
You are so welcome. So if you would you go ahead and let everybody know about this beautiful book and let everybody know who you are and where you are from?
Um, the book is called Mixed Bloodline. It's a memoir about my dad, who was the patriarch of our family. And it's a memoir about his life and our family life. We're originally from this area, Knoxville, Tennessee. And the book is written from a time, he was born in 1930. So that's the time and era that I've written the book. And it's just a great book. I just really want to inspire people to talk about the patriarch and matriarchs of your family and try to keep your family legacy alive, pass it down from one generation to the next, because it's important that we pass down legacies of light. My dad was a legacy of light to our family and everybody that, he interacted with. So I'm just happy to be able to share it today, Miss Sherry, and happy and thankful for you because you really helped me stay focused. You inspired me, and with I would be where I am now. So thank you.
Well, we just thank you. You're local, so I got to show hometown love. That's just what it is, you guys. She is from Knoxville, Tennessee. And what blessed me, number one, you're such a beautiful woman. I want to be like you when I grow up, girl. You're gorgeous. So she's gorgeous, you guys, but also a wonderful personality. And as you was getting started with this book, we know the enemy tried to be so busy in the beginning and didn't even want you to even type it out, girl. So explain to the people just a little bit about the process of starting a book or the process of doing it. Was it hard for you, or was it easy to get this done?
It was a very hard. There were hard sections in the book. The book is about his life as a biracial child during the 1930s. So you know how that can be. We know how it is today, and
Yes.
frankly speaking, not much has changed.
Right.
So
Right.
some of the things that he encountered and some of the obstacles he went through as a child, it just would break your heart. But the Lord allowed grace and mercy, and he persevered anyway, and our family is still here today because of that. So some parts of the book, you will see that the struggles that we're experiencing even today were the same struggles that he had. That's been some 80 some odd years ago. So
Wow.
that tells you that if we don't pay attention to what's happened in the past, we're doomed to repeat it again in the future.
Right.
So yeah, there were some areas of the book that was very hard for me to write, but I knew I had to get to the end and finally bring it to closure. So I'm glad I did.
So you're saying you're offering for a whole month, you're offering people an opportunity to listen to the Audible. And on Audible, you're able to hear it for free. So she's going to be offering up this book for free for people to listen to on Audible, I believe is what it's called. Yes. So let everybody know about how they can listen to this book for free.
Yes, you can actually share. You can listen to it on the audible.com website. If you don't have the app, you can, they're also offering the app 30 days for free. If you don't want to keep the app at that 30-day interval, you can, cancel it if you need to. But the book is offered a free read for 30 days. Basically all this month until the end of this month. So I just want to get the message of hope out there for everybody. And what the devil meant for bad, God meant for good. So that's the bottom line. We already.
So that is so exciting. So as you all see at the bottom of the screen, you can go to audible.com for free. And this month, the month of May, Mother's Day month, you're able to go in, listen to this wonderful Audible book. I've been listening to it a little bit before she came on. It's absolutely amazing. And as you all know, we always come and do a soul message of God in the midst of what's going on in our lives. So you guys, we're going to be right back as we go to soul messages from God. We'll be right back.
Hey, stay tuned. We'll be right back with our special guest.
If you are in the Knoxville area, learn more at thesoulsrighthouse.com and our 2022 Summer Camp Program, where your youth will learn how to do t-shirts and publish a book. Each youth will receive $1,000 for completing this summer program from June until August. Learn more at soulsrighthouse.com. Don't say we didn't tell you. We'll be right back.
So my dad led a life that was very inspiring to me because he had to learn to do what he had to do with what he had, which was very minimal. So
wow.
He was since he was biracial, he was too black to go to a white school and too white to go to a black school. So he didn't get to go to school at all, except for there's one little incident, and you'll read about it in the book or you'll listen to it on the audio, where the Ku Klux Klan, or white supremacists, came and kicked him out of school. And ironically, years later, that was the school that I was designated to go to. So it was something that I had to learn how to endure as well. And I was determined not to let the hate and the bitterness kind of bleed into me. So that I go through that part of my journey. That was part of my journey, that, whatever happened with my dad. I was determined that I wasn't going to let that, because that would, you would go down a rabbit hole of hopelessness. But my
Right.
dad was very resilient. He only could write his name. He couldn't do math or anything, but he was so brilliant in his mind that he was mathematically, naturally mathematical. He could use like a ruler. He actually had his own business ultimately he never worked for anybody. He always
Wow.
worked for himself. And I can say that God allowed grace and mercy to cover him and our family, because we never had one mortgage of a house, and we had 4 houses. He built every last one of them. So
Are
he
you?
had what the devil tried to strip from him, uh, economically. The Lord blessed us economically and provided resources. We never had to rent anything. He always would get jobs that he would have with his little company, and he would get the jobs that these big companies didn't want to do. He had a real
Right.
good reputation, because what the little bit of jobs that they didn't want to be bothered with, they would give to him. So,
Wow.
it's all in what the Lord allows you to have and what you do with what you have, instead of wishing for more. You gotta steward what you have first. So,
Oh,
that's
God.
what happened with that. And I can tell you so many instances of blessings that the Lord allowed us to have as a family. Well, if you just read the book, you'll see. but
They
but
gotta
that
read
was
the
one
book.
thing. Yeah, the guy read the book. But that was one thing that really broke my heart. I watched him. He would practice for hours upon hours just to sign his name. Just he thought it didn't look right, so he wanted to get it just right. And he would work on that for so long. It would break your heart. Because he wanted to be able to sign his checks for people. He had employees that worked for him and stuff. So I don't know. Some of the young folks, when I hear young people saying, "Well, we can't do this and we can't," I've just grown up knowing that you got to take that apostrophe T off, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So,
Oh,
but there are
wow.
many instances, many stories in the book that tell you how to overcome adversity. You just got to persevere. You got to be resilient when you get knocked down. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's not hard. And uh, racial obstacles are real hard, and they're still hard. I mean, the things that my dad went through back in that day, they still exist. We should be way beyond that by now, but we're
Yes.
still in a struggle. We're still in a struggle. But if we do it the way God says we need to do it, then we're gonna walk through, and we're gonna have integrity to do that while we're in the struggle. But
And one of the
don't get
things
me up on
that
my soapbox.
and one of the things, I come from a mixed background as well. My mom is
Mhm,
mixed, and
mhm.
it is sad that a lot of things haven't changed from back then, and it makes you wonder why do they not really like us? Like, what is it that we really done to other races, like white people? What have we really done to make them really not like us or fear us? Did you have any of that fear growing up? Like, why don't they like us? Like, did you ever feel that way?
Yeah, there are times that I wonder, well, why are y'all this way? Why, you're the ones that have done the atrocities. But now, on the other hand, I have had some backlash of my own people towards me because of the color of my skin. Now that's something
Right.
that we got to work on ourselves. Nobody can help us work on that. That's something that I faced on both sides, me personally, um, because a lot of my people, our people, say, well, you got special treatment because you are the color that you are and you look the way you do. No, I've had a lot of hurt and pain from that. And so, but at the end of the day, I know that sin is sin and a soul is a soul, no matter what color the outer part is.
That's right.
Everybody's blood still run red, and we still, every knee shall bow and every tongue confess. We got to get it right, no
That's
matter
right.
what. So
That's
that's
right.
a little some of my adversities that I have had to go through in life, but if I saw what my dad, when he told me he went through, was nothing the things that I had to go through compared to what he did. So I always felt like if he did it, the Lord gave him grace and mercy to do it, then I surely can.
Where did you come up with the name Mixed Bloodline? Like what gave you that title?
I just feel like everybody is mixed, really, in this country. What is wrong with everybody trying to peg hole everybody into a particular little hole? Everybody's got something in them.
That's
and
right.
So that's where I came up with that mix, because even Jesus was, everybody's mixed. I mean, nobody. Even though some of these folks that think they have all this power and they should be privileged over everyone, they feel like they are pure, but they're not.
Now, if they want to buy your book, where can they buy it on Amazon?
They can go to Amazon.com, yes, and there's the paperback format and there's the ebook format.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Just Amazon.com, or you can go to my website. It's Octavia Yvonne Webb.com.
Okay,
there's links on there that you can go through too. I'm just in awe of all the things that you do and do them so quick. I'm like, you've written like 12 books. It's taken me years to write one.
Right. And then the good thing about writing books, all books that I do ain't just stories. Like I got the root of my pain out there, but he tells me to be creative because we send our books to inmates in prison. So we definitely going to get a couple of your books to send to some inmates in prison because we're going to choose the annex prison. Yeah. And we want to get that story out there because, I mean, I know a lot of people can relate. And that's what's important to me. And then I do a variety of books. So even though this is the first one, you're going to get in there now. You're going to be able to do planner books. And the blessing of learning how to do it yourself is that after you do that first one, then you realize you can do children's books. You can do decree books. I mean, you can kind of take your books to another level. So everything don't always have to be a story per se, every book you do, unless that's just what you are. But I'm just thankful that I got a chance to meet you. I mean, you do a lot of great work in our city here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And so it's just been a privilege. When you first walked through the doors, you said that was what you wanted to do. You came in and you stayed steadfast and you got it done. And then when you took off, you took off and didn't have to look back. And that's one of the great things about the writing class that we do, is that we give you enough information and tools that if you're serious about doing this, you are right on and you don't look back. I mean, you just don't look back. And then you're able to bless someone else and show someone else how to do it. So it just blesses me to know that you got it done. You got the audio book. It's on Amazon. And you didn't have to come back here to do that. After you got your book done and uploaded, it's amazing the steps, the community, and the people that you connect with. Now, is there any engagements you got coming up or anything coming up in reference to your book or any other book signings or pop-ups that you're going to be a part of?
No, I don't have any scheduled right now, but I have some tentative stuff, and I will make certain that you know about them so you can, help me market it and advertise it. I did do like a book signing at the bottom. It's been a couple of weeks ago, and trying to, do things around the community, because we have to take our community and affirm it and culture it. And, like I say, we need to talk about the patriarchs and the matriarchs of our families and pass that down to each other to let people know that we have great people who have been in our families who their mastermind of, keeping our family afloat, even in these bad times, needs to be talked about. And our children and our grandchildren and children after that, great grandchildren, they need to know about that. So as I work through the community, I will hopefully, that's the message I want to get out and send to everybody. So, but I will let you know there's some tentative things I've got going on right now. So yeah, I'll let you know.
Excited.
Share.
Well, we're going to be putting together what's called the Soul Shine Award. So we're going to be calling a lot of you authors to be a part of our award. We're going to have an award ceremony in September. And so naturally, I'm going to be bringing you on board to come and share your book. We've had 100 authors come through the Soul's Bright House in 3.5 years, which is really wonderful for me. And a lot of people who are currently there's a lot of people want to write a book, but everybody don't want to be a self-book publishing author. You know, there's some people that just that's not them to want to do all the writing and the typing and all that kind of stuff. So we're growing now into the publishing side where people that don't want to do it and they just have manuscripts or just stuff in their head, we're able to record it now and help other people get their books out because everybody ain't wanting to do it. And so we don't want people's legacies to be lying dormant because you don't want to do it. We are an organization that'll help you do it yourself or we'll do it for you. So that's one great thing. But I do appreciate all that you do. I want to get a book this week from you if you don't mind stopping by. If you have any, I don't mind going on Amazon, but if you have them on hand, I like to get it from you on hand. But I do want to support everything you do. And then also you was on at our support group even before the book was done. So I'm just really excited.
Most
and you
definitely.
inspired a lot. You inspired a lot of authors that have come through the class, and to watch your process and get it done has been a blessing. So I just truly thank you for being on our show today. And
well, Sherry, I will say in closing that we got to support each other, sister. I'm here to support you. Yes.
Yes, I'm here to support you. Anything I can do to be a blessing to you, Miss Yvonne. As you all see, this is what the book cover looks like. Mixed bloodline. I love this. Now, who are those people there on the front cover?
Dad on the front cover. He's the little boy. Looks like a little Indian boy. And the people are the neighbors that raised him. His mother was back and forth and just kind of left him to his own. And so the people next door more or less raised him as a little boy. So those are the people that raised him.
Look at God. See, that's so amazing, girl. I'm gonna dive in this book. I'm gonna read it. I ain't gonna be able to put it down. I already know. And to all of you all, again, this is Octavia Yvonne Webb. And for those of you all that are interested in getting this book, which I know all of you are, and to all of our Kingdom Purpose TV family, we just want to say thank you, Octavia. And Mixed Bloodline, available on Amazon and also on audible.com. It's free for the whole month of May. So you guys get in there and get that book. And is there anything else you'd like to share with our people before we go?
The only thing I would just share is the message of the book. What the devil meant for bad, God meant for good. The sooner we understand that, our people understand that, and that we have to press through no matter what, and make sure that you steward what God has given you. It may be a little bit, but before you can go to the next level, you got to steward what you have before you get to the next level. So that's how I live my whole life.
They gave me a chill. So for all of y'all out there, what the devil meant for bad, honey, can be turned into good. And for someone that's dealt with struggles in their life, you can take a look at Octavia and realize that no matter what adversities we deal with in life, we can still turn out to be resilient, strong, and empowering. And we just want to say thank you, Octavia, because no matter what, I've been an inspiration to you, but just know that you've also been an inspiration to me. And I thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you, Sherry, for having me. I love you, girl.
I love you too. Mwah! And that's hometown love, y'all, right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So you guys, you stay tuned, and we will have some song messages from God as Octavia is leaving, but she will be aired on Kingdom Purpose TV this coming Wednesday at 11 p.m. And if you happen to miss it, you can go on the on-demand channel and watch the replay. Thank you so much, you guys.
I gotta do more for you, Lord. Cause people outside are hungry for love. So gotta do more for you, Lord. Starting today, gotta be more for you, Lord. There are people who don't have body just wanna be like Him.
I just wanna be like Jesus. I just wanna be like Jesus.
I just wanna be like
I just wanna be like Jesus.
I just wanna be like
I just
Jesus.
wanna be
I just wanna be like Jesus. I just wanna be like
I just wanna be like Jesus. Cause I just wanna be
I just wanna be like Him. Make me more like
I
You.
just wanna be
Make me
like
more like You. Make me more like You.
Make me
Make me more like You.
I just wanna be
God of the suddenly shall arise in my life. God is everything to me. Oh yes, when I buried my kids, it devastated me. I was lost, I went astray, I was mad at God, but He saved me, came and got me. He never left, I left Him.